was only named the Traitor's Gate after Henry VIII's time, when many people during the Tudor times came through, and in fact we had 3 queens of England who passed through these gates. Henry's first wife, Anne Boleyn, his 5th wife, Queen Catherine Howard, and of course Lady Jane Grey, who was the uncrowned queen of only 9 days. And they were brought in here and sadly never left, because of course they were executed here inside the tower up on Tower Green.
Why bring them in by river?
It was the safest way of transporting people in those days. Remember that there was wooden houses, streets were very narrow. It took a long time to get from here to Westminster, and the safest way to transport anybody, especially after they had their trial, which often took place in Westminster, by river, armed guard on the boat, and then in through the famous Traitor's Gate, and they were then inside the tower.
And what do we know about the scene when Anne Boleyn came through this gate?
Well, she was arrived here by boat. We know, having been transported from Westminster, she climbed up the steps and was then met by the yeoman jailer in those days with his famous axe, who then escorted her through the archway just beside us here at the Bloody Tower and up onto the residence where she stayed until her execution.
And where was the execution?
It was certainly here inside of the tower. We have a spot on the area known as Tower Green that was put there during Queen Victoria's time to commemorate the fact that so many people died inside the tower and also up on Tower Hill outside of the tower.
Is this a happy place? Because it has such a dark history.
Yes, it does, but I cannot truly say that it is a happy place, one in which we have 47 families living here, about 130 people, and in fact, coming up with the royal wedding taking place tomorrow, we actually have our own street party after the tower has closed. So I can assure you it is a very happy place. My grandchildren absolutely love living here inside an iconic venue and a World Heritage Site to come and live with grandparents.
No bodies in there, are there?
No, there are no bodies in Traitor's Gate, and people often come and ask us, is this where they used to drown people? But that is just a story of the tower, and one that my colleagues and I have to try and help people to understand what truly did happen here over the 1,000 years that the tower has been here.